Gate set in a teasy.
Welcome to another Storytime with OneMan. This story is about when I beat up the neighborhood bully. And just me thinking about doing this story, I think this is the day that really changed my life. Like, it's hard to explain it, but this day changed my life, right? Alright, shout out my nigga Stone from Pine Oaks. Stone was a neighborhood bully, right? He was one of them. Let me give y'all some of the, I'm gonna set the story and I'm gonna give y'all some backstory, right? Alright, Stone was one of the neighborhood bullies and Big Boy was one of the neighborhood bullies, right? And I remember, like, it'd be like me and my brother and KY coming from the store, they'll fuck with us and shit like that. And I remember Spit used to be with him, right? My nigga Spit. Spit probably won't even remember this because Spit like younger than me, right? He like 2 years younger than me, but he probably won't remember. But I remember sometimes like we'll come from the store, me, my brother, and KY. And like, sometimes they'll chase us, right? And we'll run and they'll fuck with us, but it wouldn't be like really trying to fight us. They're trying to fight us, but not fight us. If you understand what I'm saying. Know what I mean? They'll hurt us, but not hurt us. Or try to hurt us. Know what I mean? So, I remember sometimes they'll just send Spit. Like, they might be too far and they'll just send Spit. And we will beat up Spit every time. Spit, he not gonna remember this. But we wouldn't like hurt him, but we'll beat him up every time. Because it'd be three of us, we just jump. And Spit was little back then anyway. I'm setting the tone for everything, right? So, Stone was like one of them bullies though, like just mean. And then his family was deep. So in a house it'd be him, Rudy, aka Poon, Osi, recipe Osi, Jahad, Byron, recipes Jahad, Byron, Bunker, or it'd be a whole bunch of them. Whoever cousins came, they was always deep. The only people that was deep like them was Spit in them. Out Pine Oaks, period. So, this is a story that happened. I don't even think Spit in them was even out Pine Oaks when this story happened. But I'm just giving you some backstory. Matter of fact, they was. Because it wouldn't have happened after this. So, I was 11 years old. Right? I was 11 years old. And my brother we went to the basketball court. Remember, the basketball court in Pine Oaks is kind of in the middle, but it's closer to the front court, to the first court, right? And Stone and Stizzy stayed in the same hallway, and their hallway was right beside the basketball court. So they can come out their house either way out the hallway and go to the basketball court in 10 seconds. No exaggeration. So my court was all the way in the back. I stayed in Spruce Court. So you have to, and I stayed like in the last building in Spruce Court. So it'd take me probably like a minute and 30 seconds to get to the basketball court. So a lot of times we didn't go to the basketball court because Stone was in the front, in the first court. We just ain't really go in the front. You know what I mean? It's been many times they try to do stuff to us. They not gonna remember, but my cousin Remo gonna remember. Because this story even involves Remo, this particular story. So one day, my brother ain't go to the basketball court. Me and Remo went to the basketball court. Remember, the basketball court was a cage. Like, we had a gate around the basketball court. And sometimes, like, the little kids, the younger kids will play dodgeball in the basketball court. And remember I said Stone was a bully. So we playing dodgeball on the basketball court, right? And remember, I'm 11 years old. Stone probably 12. Know what I mean? And remember, I was scared of him. He was just a bully. And his family was deep. And my family wasn't deep. Remo would come every summer and stay with us. So, remember, me and Remo the same age. His birthday a few months before mine. OneMan, get to the story. I'm getting to it. So we're playing dodgeball, and the only people I remember being there was Stone, Remo, myself, and Stizzy. It's a reason I remember Stacey. I'm about to get to it. Stacey probably don't even remember this part. So we deep out there, but that's just who I remember being there. Like particularly remember. So I remember Stone was not on my team. He was on the other team. And I remember Stacey being on my team. The reason I remember Stacey is because of what I'm about to say. So I remember Stone called timeout. He one of them niggas that you playing dodgeball, everybody throwing balls, he'll call timeout. He was playing, he called timeout and he was tying his shoe. I remember this. I remember I rolled a ball and it rolled so slow and I was just hoping it didn't hit him. The ball rolled real slow and barely hit him. He was like, who hit me with the ball? I remember people outside was like, Tim did it. Tim, that's my real name. Tim did it. Tim did it. I was like, no, I didn't. I was scared of him at the time. I was like, no, I didn't. I wasn't terrified of him. I was just scared of him. If I was terrified, I wouldn't even been at the court. So I was like, no, I didn't. I was like, Keith did it. That's Stizzy's real name. I was like, Keith did it. Remember, Stizzy like 3 years younger than me. So that's how I know. I knew Stizzy since he was 8 years old. But it had to be before that because I knew his name. Because I was like, Keith did it. And I remember he chased Stizzy, right? And Stizzy started crying and shit. He not going to remember. He was 7 or 8 years old. But he was 8 years old. So he running chasing him. He never catch Stizzy though. But Stizzy crying and shit. So then, but they were like, no, Tim did it. So he come to me. We in the basketball court. I remember I pushed him, boom. Then I pushed him again hard. I'm like, this shit is nothing. In my head, I really remember this. I pushed him against the gate. I'm like, fuck. Threw his ass in the headlock. I think I might have been hitting him. I don't remember that part, but I remember hitting him and shit. I remember that. Then I remember I put him in the headlock, man, like it was nothing. Like it was nothing. So I really wanted to fight, right? But let me tell you this part. I remember I had him in the headlock, boom. He bit my thigh, right? And then he bit my eye. And then I started crying and everything. And if I'm lying, Remo was right there. My cousin Remo, we was 11 years old. Remo was right there, right? He ain't jumping in nothing. If it was him, I would have jumped in. Anyway, he bit my thigh and bit my eye. Started crying and shit. Went home. Boom. I still beat him up. I remember slamming him. I don't know, I'm probably making that up. But I think I was slamming him and everything. I know I was pushing him to the gate. I was pushing him hard. I know I had him in the headlock. And I know he bit my thigh, then bit my eye. I know I was crying. And another thing I remember about that story is my mom had choir rehearsal. So me, my brother, and Remo, we had to go to my mom's choir rehearsal. It's crazy because sometimes I'd be delivering my packages and I'd be passing at church. It's called Campbell's Chapel. It wasn't even the church all the way in Creeds. Little Piney Grove was her other church that she would sing at. And I remember crawling like under the church seats and shit at her choir rehearsal with me, my brother, and Remo. They not gonna remember that part, but Remo remember being there and shit. And that's when I beat a neighborhood bully. And the reason I say it changed my life, because I just was never scared of him another day of my life. I wasn't scared at all. And he never, ever did nothing else to me. Never, not one day after that. And me and Stone, cool, we was cool, we been cool. We was even cool around those times. He was just a bully. You know what I mean? He was one of them people that, you know what I mean, and it's not like Stone can't fight, because I seen him knock, a bully. I seen him knock this white skater dude, he was a dude on skates in the back of Pound Oaks one day. This was years after this. Man, random white dude, he was just on skates. Knocked him out, boom. So, he ain't hit me with one of those blows. Anyways, that's when I beat the neighborhood bully. That's a story time with one man, and that's all I got.
Gate set in a teasy.